Hey everyone, so I saw Deadpool 2, so this is gonna be a spoilery type of review or talk about Deadpool, so I may say stuff that may spoil Deadpool 2, so if you don't want to be spoiled, please stop watching now, because I don't want the whole, oh, you spoiled blah 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 for me, okay? So, this is your warning, you've gotten your warning, okay? So, I'm just for comparing between DBox and IMAX. Um, uh, just by experience alone, I feel like IMAX was a little bit better. Now, for me, I feel like part of the reason why IMAX was a little bit better was because the DBox, I had it on high, and I feel like if I had it on medium, it would have been better. And then I would have wanted to just stick, or I would have said DBox is better. But so yeah, like out of the two experiences, I feel like just by uh, audio visual alone, I would have gone uh, with IMAX, but with like the seats and stuff like that, I would go with D-Box. So there's that like 50-50 chance that I liked about it. Also, to me, I feel like, and this is a spoiler, um, Juggernaut, who's played by uh, Ryan Reynolds, but in the credits you'll see it says Juggernaut by uh, played himself, which I find hilarious. Um, I feel like he was like the highlight of the movie, in my opinion at least. And then at first, when you first watch it, you're not going to be like, oh, that's Ryan Reynolds. But when you go see it again and you listen carefully, then you'll be like, oh, that is Ryan Reynolds. Because what got me was when he said Conrad. As soon as he said Conrad, I was like, oh, that's Ryan Reynolds. There you go. Also, I loved how, like, pretty much everybody died from the jumping out of the is it a helicopter or airplane? I think it was a helicopter, military helicopter type thing, and or military airplane. I don't know, something like that. Anyways, they jumped out, and it's funny how every single character died except for Domino, Deadpool, and who was it? Yeah, I think it was just Domino and Deadpool, if I'm remembering correctly, because first, Terry Cruz's character dies by hitting going right into a bus. Then the guy that thinks he's better than everyone else because he's from a different planet, he ends up dying because of his hair and a helicopter blade. And then Peter lands, but ends up dying because he tries to save the person that spews out acid when he barfs. Who is Pennywise from the It movie that came out last year, I believe. Um, and then the invisible guy, who's actually Brad Pitt. Um, I don't know how they were able to get him just to do that one little bit, especially since he didn't really do anything, or at least you don't see him do anything since he's associated. That's his thing, but he ends up dying because of electricity, and Peter ends up dying for trying to save the guy that can spew out the acid when he throws up. So, yeah, and I love the Domino character. I feel like Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and I think her name's Kimiko's character, didn't have as much uh, as I would have liked, but the movie was 2 hours, so I think they thought that if they tried to add more, then it might be a little too long, which I can somewhat understand because you don't want a movie to be too long, but you don't want to be too short and miss out on something that could have been really cool. So I can understand that. From what I heard, Cable had a much shorter role in the movie, but because of them reshooting some stuff, Cable got a little bit more of a role. Um, I love the little uh, thing that they had after um, uh, Deadpool killed himself in a big explosion, and Cable brought, or not Cable, Colossus brought him to the X-Men mansion, and, and as they were like walking by, well, like one of the doors is open, and Professor X, Quicksilver, Cyclops, um, and I think a few others from not the original X-Men that had Hugh Jackman in it, but like the ones that are coming out now. I thought that was pretty cool that they added that little thing in there. Um, what else? Um, I love the James Bond intro that they do in this movie. Now, if you've never seen a James Bond movie, just Google James Bond intro, and you'll most likely, or 007 intro, and you'll have like a general idea of what they're talking about, or what I'm talking about. And I thought that was cool because it was a different way of how they did the whole intro for the first one, where they they did this slow mo thing, and then they would make fun of certain things or certain people, and that's what they kind of did with this one, but only with the James Bond thing, which I thought was cool. And they used Celine Dion for this, which I thought was cool, even cooler because she's Canadian. Um, One of the big highlights of the movie is when Cable says, uh, "Dubsteps for pussies." I thought that was hilarious. That's why I made a meme about it and posted it, or put it as my thumbnail for my last one. Um, that was like one of the best lines of the movie, hands down. Um, Also, I love the whole uh, Basic Instinct reference that they did, and the Winnie the Pooh thing. Now, there wasn't actually the character Winnie the Pooh there. It's just the way that they. You just have to see the movie to understand. It was a very funny, but like I can't believe they went there type of a situation. So from top to bottom, amazing. Um, I'm looking forward to when it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray. I do plan on, like I said in the last one, seeing it again next weekend, hopefully, crossing fingers. And in the thumbnail, you'll see me and Deadpool. That Deadpool is just a candy container, which is pretty cool. So once I post this up, and then uh, I'll make sure that the thumbnail will go along with it. Um, so yeah, awesome movie, 100%. Go see it. I've already seen it twice, DBox and IMAX. So go see it. I can guarantee you, if you love the first one, you'll love the second one. And even if you haven't seen the first one, you'll love the second one 100%. Even though I do suggest you watch the first one because the first one was amazing also. But I feel like the second one kicked it out of the park. And I love the ending. Now, just keep in mind that there's nothing at the end of the credits, but there are videos during the credits. And once those videos end and it's just credits, then you know that's where you should end it, or when you can leave. Because people are saying post-credit scene, and there is no post-credit scene at all. I can guarantee you right now because I already did that. So anyways, whenever you watch this, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. And most likely hear from me on Tuesday, because I'm most likely going back to work on Tuesday. Bye.